held hostage.
Is she even here anymore?
It's literally not her.
This is crazy.
We're like, we haven't seen Britney, not even free. Where is she at?
Someone has been impersonating Britney Spears on her Instagram, and her fans are not taking it lightly. It seems they've been using filters and AI to make fake videos of Britney, so people are now digging so deep to find out what's been going on, and they found a lot of evidence.
Somebody's been using a filter to look like her, and I'm about to prove it. So you see her hands go above her face once. Watch when they come back down. It's one frame. But this is a blue-eyed person with a filter of Britney.
Now take a look at the background in the same video.
Look at the flowers. The yellow flowers in the back right appear and disappear throughout the video. They're gone now. And the edges of her hair, look at it. It's obviously a green screen. The lighting is completely off for outside. There's not a single leaf that blows in the background.
What's more interesting is the fact that fingers are pointing at her husband Sam Asghari, and people are now saying he is either part of the people behind Britney's situation or he knows something. This may not be far from the truth, knowing that while Britney was still in her conservatorship, her alleged husband Sam didn't do much to get her out. But Britney has been free from her conservatorship since November 2021, thanks to the Free Britney movement, and she still has not done any live video to address her fans who did all they could to help her during those bad times. And neither has she even attended any physical event to show that she's happy and okay. This silence is honestly unusual for Britney because she mentioned it herself in her court testimony that she wanted to share her story with the world and expose all the people who hurt her, including her family.
I also would like to be able to share my story with the world and what they did to me, instead of it being a hush-hush secret to benefit all of them. I want to be able to be heard on what they did to me. By making me keep this in for so long is not good for my heart. I've been so angry and I cry every day. It concerns me. I'm told I'm not allowed to expose the people who did this to me. For my sanity, I need you to the judge to approve me, do an interview where I can be heard on what they did to me. And actually, I have the right to use my voice and take up for myself. My attorney says I can't, it's not good. I can't let the public know anything they did to me, and by not saying anything is saying it's okay.
And suddenly, we haven't heard anything from her? Now there's just too much evidence on Instagram that proves that her fans may be right to be worried after all. We're talking about the fake videos of her dancing in that funny background where flowers appear and disappear almost instantly, and those videos of her getting tattooed while standing.
Tattoo time. Tattoo time. Tattoo time. One day I'll figure it out. Who knows?
You'll be like, whoa, that was
Look. Baby doll. It's cool. Very cool.
Who does that? This is crazy, really. And that video has to be some sort of poorly planned acting because no professional tattoo artist would ever give a client a tattoo while standing. Paris Hilton also posted a photo that made it even more obvious that Britney really needs help. It is a picture of her, Kate Hudson, and Britney at a birthday party. And in that picture, a part of her necklace was missing and her fingers look very weird. So it seems Britney was just photoshopped into the picture. As expected, her angry fans reacted to the photo. Paris later explained that the picture got distorted because she was using an app to fix it because the original picture was blurry. Her explanation didn't hold water, and people became even more suspicious after Britney posted on her Instagram handle saying, "I haven't been to a birthday party in forever."
She literally just confirmed that she has not been to a B-Day party in forever, and in fact, that it's kind of creepy that these pictures are circulating.
Kanye gave a clue that suggests that Britney may have been drugged and kept away from the public by the people behind her conservatorship. He also hinted that her husband Sam may have been strategically planted in her life to be her handler. This seems true, knowing that Kanye was almost in the same situation a few years ago. Remember when he was almost placed under conservatorship during his case with his ex-wife Kim, and in 2016 he was hospitalized?
I'm actually one of his doctors. I'm just calling for my cell phone to request if we can have some police backup because I don't think the paramedics, You can bring both. Yeah, because I think he definitely is going to need to be hospitalized, so I wouldn't just do the police by itself.
Weapons involved or in the area?
No other weapons, no.
You can just keep an eye on him, just try to...
Obviously, he's here with us.
Don't let him get any weapons or anything like that. If anything changes, if he does become physically combative between now and when the police and or paramedics get their calls back immediately at 911.
Will do, thank you.
Harley was there all through while he was in the hospital, and based on his conduct, it seems he was hired to keep Kanye in that situation for as long as possible. But somehow, Mr. West didn't fall for it, and he later revealed everything. Turns out he was misdiagnosed and was given a high dose of lithium, but he just didn't take it.
They tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me, and they when I asked them how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly, it took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean,
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse.
It turned out that they wanted to mess up his system with lithium, but that didn't go as planned. It was confirmed by Harley himself in his text message to Kanye, exposed Hollywood elites who derive pressure in placing celebrities under conservatorship.
You and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact, and that's some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you, or you saw in a tweet. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me.
What makes this interesting is the fact that Britney was almost prescribed lithium after she refused to do a dance move during rehearsal for a show in Las Vegas.
When I said no to one dance move into rehearsals, it was as if I planted a huge bomb somewhere, and I said no, I don't want to do it this way. After that, my management and my dancers and my assistant of the new people that were supposed to do the new show all went into a room, shut the door, and didn't come out for at least 45 minutes. Ma'am, I'm not here to be anyone's slave. I can say no to a dance move. 3 days later, after I said no to Vegas, my therapist sat me down in a room and said he had a million phone calls about how I was not cooperating in rehearsals and I haven't been taking my medication. All of this was false. He immediately the next day put me on lithium out of nowhere. He took me off my normal meds I'd been on for 5 years. And lithium is a very, very strong and completely different medication compared to what I was used to. You can go mentally impaired if you take too much, if you stay on it longer than 5 months.
She later revealed that she was forcefully given lithium and that she's sure her dad was behind all of it because they needed his approval to possibly do that.
I couldn't even have a conversation with my mom or dad really about anything. I told them I was scared, and my doctor had me on 6 different nurses with this new medication come to my home, stay with me, to monitor me on this new medication, which I never wanted to be on to begin with. There were 6 different nurses in my homes, and they wouldn't let me get in my car to go anywhere for a month. Not only did my family not do a goddamn thing, my dad was all for it. Anything that happened to me had to be approved by my dad.
That brings us to the question, where was her husband when she experienced all this? What did he have to do to save the situation? The answer is becoming more and more obvious, ain't it? He did nothing. It really just comes down to what Kanye insinuated. Sam may have been planted before time by Britney's enemies to control her in case the conservatorship would end. And it seems like he was seriously the perfect candidate. You see, Britney met Sam in 2016 during the video production for Slumber Party. He was hired to play a role in the video, and they both started dating. And Britney made it public in 2017 when she posted the picture on her Instagram. Their relationship pulled interest because during her conservatorship, Britney could not befriend people, especially men, let alone go into a love relationship. Her former security guard also revealed that her dad used to run surveillance cameras around the house to monitor her, and he even listened to her conversation with people by secretly capturing audio recordings from her bedroom. Now, how is it that he somehow only allowed her to hang out with Sam? Either they just like this random guy or they specifically hired him to handle Britney. And if you think about it, they never would have allowed Britney to date anyone who could potentially expose them. A video later surfaced online, and Sam was basically trying to make the public believe he was on Britney's side, but you can tell he didn't mean any of it.
Hey, I saw your Instagram story. I know you're upset with Jamie right now. Is there anything that he can do to repair the relationship? What would you like to be seen?
I'm not upset at anybody, but you know what? It is what I said is what I said. So I think he's a dick. That's just my opinion, but I'm not gonna go into details. That's it, man.
Can you guys ever be on good terms?
I hope so. Once he starts treating his daughter right, then we can be on.
Also, people went digging to find out who Sam really is, and as expected, they found something. So Sam worked as a Best Buy clerk before becoming a personal trainer. But before they figured that out, Sam once told Men's Health in 2018 that he played football on a scholarship at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln summer football program. However, sports reporter Aaron Sorensen discovered that there was no record that could prove that Sam ever played football on a scholarship. Sorensen also said that she asked multiple players who were active at the time, and it turned out that each and every Nebraska player she talked to had no memory of him working out or trying out. So actually what this means is just that Sam was lying to cover up the kind of job he actually does. And in our opinion, we don't believe we are far from the truth, thinking that he was probably hired as Britney's handler, because anyone with no information out there about their past would have clearly seemed perfect for that job. Don't you think so? Also, let's talk about their wedding. It seems it was also just another deep fake, since the pictures and the posts were all sus, and they were all just poorly photoshopped. Remember that the wedding had A-list celebrities in attendance, including Selena Gomez? Of course pictures were posted, but they were all just so questionable. Selena had been explicitly asked about one of the pictures since she was also in them, but she was pretty tense, to say the least, when she heard the question.
You know what I noticed more than anything? I think you've got this picture with all these very, very famous women in it, iconic women even, and yet there's still an elbow in the shot. You know,
how does that happen?
Goofball in a tux is in the way.
The same interviewer then asked her about the kind of food served at the wedding. She hesitated at responding, and her hesitation was obvious. She somehow didn't know what to say at first, but eventually came up with an answer.
Very serious question. What kind of food did they serve at the wedding? Was it a buffet or was it a sit-down deal? Did they do that thing where they pin money to the bride's dress and then her dad comes in and yanks some of it off her and runs? Did they do anything like that?
Do with this? I don't know. No, there's
You're under
bigger
oath.
foods.
Answer honestly. Yeah.
So it looks like those behind Britney's situation have Selena on a chokehold too, because if not, why was she so uncomfortable discussing a happy gathering, a wedding for that matter? There was also a post on Britney's IG handle that says that Selena is prettier in person. This was definitely not well received by fans because it sounded like Britney had just met Selena for the first time during her wedding, when everyone knows they've met before at least once at the 2011 VMAs.
You look beautiful. Okay, so now you're a big inspiration to me and a lot of other people.
Now this is a lot, and some people also think that all this chaos about Britney's situation was pre-planned because of her album that's probably coming out this year, or maybe to better sell her book, which is almost ready to be published.
She has a memoir coming out this year. She has an album coming out this year. What this has led to is increased scrutiny on Britney Spears. Could it be the case that Britney Spears and her team are planting little Easter eggs? They're going, let's just do something weird with the green screen. Let's put her at a picture in a birthday party and then have her say she wasn't there. And then what happens is we sit on the project and we talk about it. And then when her memoir comes out, we all buy it, especially
I'm sure
you.
we're crucial to the Britney Spears book.
Or that she may just be somewhere healing from substance abuse.
That Britney Spears is not doing well. We know she has a history of substance abuse. We know she has a history of mental illness. And if she's taken some time away to get the help she needs to even just go quiet for a few weeks because she's not feeling great, then that's also completely justified. And they probably need to keep churning out content on Instagram just to keep up a little bit of momentum. So I think a lot of people relate with having people they love who have had a hard time with mental illness, then jump on the internet and you think, internet's not a good place for you right now.
So what do you think? Is Britney okay? Is she being held captive somewhere? Or is she really just healing from some sort of abuse? Either way, we need her to come out, and we need her to do it fast.